For the month of June, I'm offering the Vitamin Joy Tarot reading. Many people hear me talk about vitamin joy, and I believe that it's important in this life for us to pursue joy, to achieve it, to consume it, to participate in it, in the same way that we need to consume vitamins for our body to stay healthy. We need to go out and get joy for our spirit and our heart in the face of all the trauma, turmoil, chaos, and pain that the world will inevitably serve us. So with that in mind, this Vitamin Joy Tarot reading is mine. And I'm going to open up here a little bit, and I'm going to give a shortened version. I want to show everybody what is involved with this reading, and I want to open up and be a little bit vulnerable with the people that share this space with me. So this is a 9-card reading. We're going to take a look at where I'm at in this moment. We're going to take a look at where my emotions are at, my passions are at, my body is at, and my mind is at. So we'll take a look at the water of my emotions, the fire of my passion, the earth of my body, and the air of my mind. Then we'll take a look at the guidance or the medicine that I need for each of those spaces. So let me go ahead and shuffle one more time, and I will cut the deck, and we'll get started here. Now remember, the ones that I'm offering people will be a lengthier version, at least a 20-minute video. I'm going to do my best to keep this under 10 minutes. So where am I right now? I am the 5 of Cups. Now, this is a fascinating card because this is the card of grief. The 5 of Cups, this is my card of the year. I have a very wonderful relationship with this card, even though this card looks like somebody is mourning. If there's anybody that needs vitamin joy, it's this person. I'm not particularly mourning anything though, but I am having a, let's say, a shift in consciousness. If you've ever heard the phrase, comparison is the thief of joy, I believe that can be true, but not necessarily all the time. I do believe comparison can be the bringer of joy. When we compare ourselves to, say, people who have more than us, then we will rob ourselves of joy. If we compare ourselves to the right situations, then we will give ourselves joy. And what that is a matter of counting our blessings. This person here has seen these cups fall over. They're focused on that. I am the person who is counting my blessings, where I'm seeing this right here. So this has been a big shift for me in relationship to this card. And a reminder to everybody else who might be grieving anything, loss of a job, career, passion, person, or what have you. It's not necessarily about what was taken from you, but what you still have left standing. So I've really been sitting with that in my life. The next card is the card of where my emotions are at. Okay. I'm actively in the process of unlearning some emotional things. I'm always working on my particular development. This card is the 8 of Swords, and this shows somebody blindfolded, wrapped up. This, to me, has become the card of unlearning, that there are things that we're taught that we have to unlearn. For instance, when I was growing up, I thought being sensitive or being loving was a weakness. I thought showing my feelings was a weakness. I have completely turned that around 180 degrees, and I believe that love is the greatest source of strength and wisdom that we have. So right now, I am actively in the process of unlearning things that my society, my family, my culture would have taught me about my emotions. Let's take a look at where my passions are at. King of Wands, this is this is actually the fire element, the King of Wands. This is the idea of Leo. Now, I'm a Pisces sun, but I'm a Leo ascendant or rising, and that makes all the sense in the world. This is sort of the man who's charismatic, or I like to associate Frank Sinatra with this card, and I feel this. My husband actually calls me the King of Wands. So I have passions, I have beliefs, I'm doing my best to master them so they don't burn me, but they warm and sustain me. This card is right on the nose for where I'm at, as are the other ones. So let's take a look at where my body's at. I love this. So a lot of movement. I am going through, I have been running since maybe February, January, in a couple weeks doing my first 5K. This makes all the sense in the world because this is the card of movement. The card of movement. Movement, communication, what have you. A lot of stuff is going on with the Eight of Wands. I just went on a run today. So it's right on for me. Let's take a look at where my mind is at. Concentrating on love. In tarot, there's the Lover's card. I see that as the marriage of the divine masculine and the divine feminine, how we all have masculine and feminine energies and that we should try to balance them as much as we can within us. This card is the Two of Cups, and this is all about love. This is partnership and connection. And while I like to think that humans can only be motivated by two things. Humans can only be motivated by love or fear. Anytime I feel a fear reaction, I have gotten into the practice of sending love to it. Anytime I feel an anxiety or worry with my mind, I'm in the practice now of sending love to it. I see love as the greatest strength and wisdom that we could ever tap into. Strength, well, when you love somebody and you have to carry a burden for them, you will find the strongest version of yourself. When you have to solve a problem for somebody you love, you will find the smartest version of yourself. Hatred won't do that. Fear, worry won't do that. If I was in a conflict with somebody, I would most definitely want to fight somebody that was fearful or hateful. If I was combating somebody that was full of love, I would understand that person to be the strongest that they could ever be. Smartest that they could ever be. Now let's take a look at the wisdom. We're going to circle right back around. We're going to take a look at my emotions. The next card is the medicine for my emotions. Lean into my intuition. Trust them. Trust the intuition. This is the High Priestess. So she has mastered her emotions, and I love that from a place of balance. Just going to continue on because I think that's a wonderful, wonderful bit of guidance for me. Let's take a look at my passions. Even though I feel like I have mastery over my passions and my beliefs, there's always guidance that can be given to us. So that, I get this. All right, so this is legacy. This is heritage. This is the Ten of Pentacles. I always see this card as our ancestors coming up and saying, hey, proud of you, keep going. My passions and my beliefs really have to do with preserving history. So I am currently sitting with my second grade teacher. I have been for the past 2 or 3 months, every Wednesday to record her life story. She's 87 years old, and I've been having a wonderful time. I'm going to publish a book of her life story once we're all done, and all of that. It's been a wonderful process. Published a book for recipes from our dearly departed. I'm all about the legacy books. So I'm taking my passions and leaning into the idea of legacy and heritage. I love that guidance. I love that guidance. Let's take a look at the guidance for my body. Okay, so even though I'm running, I have some success here. Now, why I love this, you see the similarity in the wands. We've got the Eight of Wands, Six of Wands. This card right here is all about somebody who has come back from a battle. And I always see this card as, yeah, there's victory, absolutely. I always see this as a need for care of the victor. So PTSD, you know, you've gone through a battle, you got to care for the person that has picked up any wounds along the way. This is asking me to care for the body that would have, you know, accrued some trauma from running. You know, I do my best to take care of my body as I exercise it. So I love that. Let's take a look at the guidance for my mind. Two of Cups is where I'm at with my mind. Knight of Cups. Okay, there's a lot of wonderful stuff going on in this reading. This card is a knight, and the knights come up to show me a person of integrity and honor, dependability, devotion to a higher calling. And that's my devotion to the principle of love. This is just reminding me to stay steadfast in that, and to remember to always circle back. And I think that when it comes to the mind, we always have to train it. We have to do our best to train it over and over and over and over, reminding that even though, well, anxieties, fears, worries are always going to get to us. We're just talking a matter of degree and a matter of frequency. And no matter, now this is what I do, no matter how many anxieties, fears, worries come to me, I'm in the process of just sending love to them. So that's what I'm doing. Lasted a little bit over 10 minutes, almost 11 minutes now. I want to thank you for watching this. This is just a look at what the Vitamin Joy reading could look for you. If you're interested in yours, pick yours up at joshsimons.com/joy, and it'll be there waiting for you. It takes 7 to 10 days to get it out to people. You'll also get a picture of the spread so you can dig into the tarot cards on your side. So much love to you. Thank you for watching.